if you've had any of the lights in your switches go out in your Tacoma, there's a fairly easy fix for that. If I had known this with my fog light switch, I would have done that. Been cheaper and easier. But the first thing I thought you'd have to do would be to replace the switches, and that of course can be a lot of money. $70 or more for the actual switch from Toyota, or you're lucky if you find it, half that on eBay. But the thing is that the switches are still good. What you need to replace is the bulb. So as before, you can pull off the cap here and look in there and see there's a little bulb that goes bad. And then with the cap off, as I mentioned on the fog light switch installation, you can use these little tabs here with a little screwdriver and just kind of pry those out and pop out the switch this way. Actually, since these buttons are on the lower part of the dash, you can just remove this little tray here that gives you access to the fuse box, and then just kind of reach up underneath and help push these out when you have a little tool to help pry it from the front. It helps kind of push it out from the back, easy enough to get to. And there's the burned out light for my airbag cutoff switch. With it loose, you can just kind of pull it out here. And this right here is the actual bulb. So you can see it's a little slot. You can use a very small screwdriver, unscrew it, and get it out. And what you need is a replacement bulb. The best thing would be to get those from Toyota directly. So just a little quarter turn, and you can pop it out. So this is the bulb right here, really tiny, the smallest bulbs I've seen, and you can see the edges that kind of hold it in there. And since this is a second generation Tacoma, it has a little orange cap, so the bulb is clear, and it actually has, depending upon your Toyota application, there's a different color of cap that goes right on top to give it some color and match with the others. Now here are my Toyota ones that I just picked up, ordered from the dealership, and a day later they were there. So this is the part number, and I ordered 3 of them because I had 2 switches burned out, not including the fog light switch that I've already replaced. And I decided to order 3 just so I have one little extra one there. But that's how they'll come. And you can see there, a little brown base and the orange cap on the bulb. So you'll probably spend at least $5 to $6 per bulb, which is a lot, but considering how much Toyota parts cost and the cost of replacing the whole switch, even a used or secondhand or eBay one, this is really a deal. So I've put the bulb in there, just 1/4 turn back, and before I put everything back into place, I'll just turn the lights on, and look, there you go, illuminated once again. So I actually didn't know that all these lights were supposed to be illuminated when I first got my truck, but apparently after a number of years they will all burn out. The good thing is that it's a pretty easy and cheap thing to replace. There we go. And so now I've just got to do the same thing with my RSCA button right here, and we'll be good to go. And there of course is the aftermarket fog light switch to replace my OEM fog light switch. You can see the tutorial on that. And then here is my aftermarket switch for my LED lights on the top. And I was able to wire that up so that the indicator comes on here when the dash lights are on. And I'll talk about that in another tutorial.